Man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. So, Andre Berto gets the split decision victory over Devin Alexander, and he defeats Devin Alexander tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in a very, what should I say, ruckus fight, man. It started off kind of sort of as a boxing match, and then it ended in a more so brawling fashion, man. But both men basically giving their all in there tonight, man. I still think both men look like a shell of their former selves, but what was to be expected with these two warriors here, man? Still two warriors indeed. Devin Alexander, even in defeat, man, I still thought he fought and he gave his all in that ring tonight, man. In Andre Berto's case, getting knocked down early in the fight, I think it was round 2. He took a knockdown. In my opinion, it was an illegal knockdown because Devin Alexander did hit Andre Berto in the back of the head. However, the referee did not catch that, and they did call it as a legitimate knockdown. But Andre Berto rallying from a second round knockdown, man, getting back up, standing in the fight, staying very game. And I was a little worried early on for Berto. I thought Berto was going to have one of those fights where he was constantly pleading to the ref because Devin Alexander came out early on looking good, Joe. He won those first 6 rounds on my card, man. I thought he was going to breeze through this fight. I mean, he was looking strong early. He was throwing combinations. Even when Andre Berto was looking to fight close quarters and tangle up a lot, man. It still was Devin Alexander looking like the stronger fighter, hitting him with the harder shots on the inside. The straight left hand was landing, and it buzzed Andre Berto a couple times early on in the fight. So I thought Devin Alexander was going to breeze through, man. But roughly about round 6, Devin started to fade from round 6 on down, man. I thought Devin Alexander started to fade. And I just couldn't, honestly, I don't know if he just put too much effort in the first half of the fight or if all the tangling up throughout the fight started to wear Devin Alexander down, but he started to get worn down and he could not recover. To Andre Berto's credit, I guess through the veteran experience, man, he noticed that Devin Alexander was kind of fading from that round on down, and he stayed in Devin Alexander's chest basically the whole second half of the fight. You know what I mean? Not giving him a second to breathe, just stand on top of him, constantly throwing a bunch of shots. And as the fight, progressed, Andre Berto started to be the fighter that was landing first. See, earlier on in the fight, it was Devin Alexander with the right foot positioning and keeping his foot on the outside. And given that Devin Alexander is a southpaw, a left-handed fighter, that foot on the outside was giving him great position and landing straight left hand. But in the second half of the fight, Andre Berto was the more active fighter. He was getting the better positioning. On top of that, he was leading off first. And that, started to translate into Andre Berto winning more and more rounds, man. I was very impressed with Andre Berto's resilience, man. We all know, man, Andre Berto is one of those fighters where if you allow the fight to keep going on and you take your foot off the gas, Andre Berto will turn the tide in the fight because he stays strong. He comes into most of his fights in tip-top condition. Whenever he's not injured or nursing an injury or whatnot, man, and he's in tip-top condition, Andre Berto's coming to fight all 12 rounds, man, and that's one thing you got to give him. We've seen that against Victor Ortiz, against many other fighters, even the fighters that have beaten Andre Berto in the past. He's always took him deep, and he's always given one hell of a fight. So Devin Alexander should expect it no less tonight, man. Devin Alexander was the younger fighter, but clearly looked like the older fighter in there tonight in the second half of this fight, breaking down so early and just, just not being able to sustain that lead, man. Wow. The attrition fight, if you will, between both of these fighters was just, I thought, would have favored Devin Alexander. But once again, impressed by Andre Berto. I didn't do a prediction for this fight, but honestly, if I would have did a prediction for this fight, I would have called it for Devin Alexander. But looks like I would have been wrong, man. Andre Berto pulls out the victory, getting stronger as the fight progressed, and he gets the job done. Now, I guess he's not ready to call it a career yet because listening to him in the post-fight interview, he's saying that he's signaling he would like to stay active in the WBC. We see him walking around after his victory was announced with the WBC medallion on, and also indicating he'd like to get the winner of Showtime Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. So, unfortunately, no mention of Errol Spence Jr., and that was the thing that I was hoping that if Devin Alexander could have took the victory tonight, man, then maybe we could have lined up a fight with Errol Spence Jr., maybe getting Errol Spence Jr. a quality opponent, but Unfortunately, doesn't look like that's going to happen, man. I mean, Earl Spence Jr. will have nothing in defeating, in beating a Devon Alexander at this point. Devon Alexander has, what, 4 or 5 losses? I would say 5 losses now, man. So Devon's at a crossroad, man. He's at a crossroad whether should he continue down the journey of trying to get back to title contention, or should he call it a career? I mean, at this point, given this is supposed to be his comeback, tour now, and coming off a draw, then taking a loss, man. I mean, hard conversation to have. You know what I'm saying? But Devon Alexander need to really think about it, man. Did he do the best that he has to offer in boxing? Has he already given the fans that, or has those moments already came and gone for Devon Alexander? He's given us many memorable fights, man, back in the day. And Devon Alexander is a true warrior. And even in this fight tonight, I still thought he fought his heart out. It's just that, sometimes the body just don't let you go but so far. You know what I mean? And Devon has had his fair share of wars. The inactivity could have been a major thing. Him being inactive for 2 years and not coming back quite is the same as he was in his prime years. So I don't know, man. He's just at that crossroad where he has to think about really what he really wants to do. See what opportunities maybe he's still out there for him, and see where that goes, man. But we'll see how it goes. But unfortunately, like I said before, he won't be facing Earl Spence Jr. I'm pretty sure now at this point. And it's just very unfortunate, man, because Devon Alexander is one of those fighters you hate to see have to come to this point in his career, but they all do at one time. So we'll see, man. But it was an interesting fight, action packed. Enjoyed every second of it, man. Andre Berto hanging around boxing, man. Let's see what moves he makes next, man. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. Very unfortunate because Andre Berto, as he was heading back to his locker room, he had to walk past Devon Alexander's family, man, and you see clearly, they had a lot of hurt in their eyes, and the son couldn't even barely look up at Andre Berto. The daughter didn't want to shake Andre Berto's hand, man. It was like, wow, man. But eventually the son did look up, and then when he seen that Berto was standing there, he reached out to him for a hug. So that was a good sign right there, man. So their daddy is really going to need their love, man, because he's at that major crossroad. So we'll see. So to the next video. Peace out.